Now that the superhero community has exposed Doctor Doom's true face to the world, how much longer will his unchecked reign as Emperor continue? Well, let's hop into the pages of One World Under Doom issue number 7 and find out together, shall we? So then this issue actually picks up a whole day after Reed and Victor's big debate on national television, where it was revealed to the world that Doom's many great gifts, his so-called perfect world, was really the result of sacrificing the lives of just about everyone in Latveria, which honestly is one of those twists that makes me go, well, yeah, duh, obviously. It's totally been established before that the sort of power that the Sorcerer Supreme has, even Doctor Strange himself, just doesn't come from the ether. It's all equivalent exchange, man. If you want something, you gotta give up something of equal value in return. Now, even though this horrible secret is out in the world right now, some people are still very split on their feelings about Doctor Doom. Some people's minds are changed and they take to the streets to protest Doom's reign, saying that the metaphorical mask has slipped and revealed him to be every bit the vain, petty, egotistical villain he's always been. You know, the kind of guy who would kill the love of his life so that he could wear her skin like a suit of armor. Or, you know, mess up his own face during an experiment because he refused to take advice from someone else. Some, though, go above and beyond to try and make excuses for Emperor Doom. Stop me if you've heard any of these arguments before. Well, Doom is the state, and state is good, therefore anything he does must not be wrong. Worse than that, though, is the people with their horrifying level of indifference. Why should I care if a bunch of Latverians die? I've never even met a Latverian. Freedom isn't free, you know, and if a bunch of people have to die willingly or not for me to maintain my splendor, I guess that's just A-okay. Now, given what a fool he was made to look like on such a public stage, Doom's retribution against the hero community is quick and vast. Members of the Avengers whose identities are a matter of public knowledge get sent a ton of mail bombs, of which the police decide that they probably just shouldn't investigate, you know, because it's not like anyone was killed or anything. Even media types like J. Jonah Jameson aren't safe from retribution after coming out against Doom's regime. Little by little, though, the cracks are beginning to show in Doom's sense of control. The military leads an entire uprising against him, only to be turned to ash. Doom may be closer to defeat than he ever has been, but as his back gets pushed against the wall, he only gets more desperate and dangerous. Remember, as Victor himself said to Valeria when all of this started, he wasn't trying to quote-unquote fix the world out of the goodness of his heart. He was doing it to attain glory. He was doing it to feed his ego and to lord it over the superheroes who he hated so much. Now, not only is that glory gone, but his ego is bruised. And as history has shown us, a tyrant with a bruised ego is capable of just about any level of atrocity. The assembled heroes figure they better strike now while the getting is good. Maria Hill is also on hand to assist them with her own series of SHIELD files. Apparently, these were the espionage community's secret ace in the hole in case anything ever went wrong or the superheroes went rogue. And everyone hopes it'll give the good guys the edge they need in the coming battle. What does that really mean, though? Well, that's actually the super fun part. You see, Valeria and the other Fantastic Kids are actually watching the big climactic battle against Doctor Doom on television, and they break it down and dissect it like us comic book fans would. Seriously, this scene is such a genius bit of deconstruction. Hats off to Ryan North and everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, Doctor Doom is just one man. He's got the whole world against him. How could he possibly win? Yeah, but he's the Sorcerer Supreme, and he's had like a month's worth of prep time. There's no telling what amazing secret weapons he's going to pull out of his sleeve. Okay, but what if the heroes use the SHIELD files to utilize their powers in ways they've never really done before? That would be crazy, right? And while the kids talk it all up like children do, it's Valeria who ends up watching the whole thing with a sense of horror as she believes, oh no, the heroes are still losing despite everything else. And it's right here at their darkest moment when all else seems lost, when everything they throw at Doom seems to fail. Reed Richards ends up swooping in and shocking the hell out of Doom by teleporting the both of them to the astral plane. How is any of that possible, you might be wondering? Well, it seems that Reed Richards has done the impossible. He has shocked Doom into silence by actually mastering the mystic arts on his own terms, dubbing himself the new Scientist Supreme. As Victor notes, in the past, the magic arts were always something that eluded Reed Richards. He was a genius, yet despite his amazing mind and abilities, he could never stretch himself to perceive the unperceivable, but as Reed puts it, everything that's been going on with Doom recently completely changed his mind. Especially that last fight with Dormammu. As Reed puts it, the way that he finally mastered magic was to not treat it like magic at all, but treat it like science, break it down to its key components, create a whole new periodic table from scratch, and work his way backwards. Doom's anger is white-hot, palpable, and also deeply ironic. He essentially says, "This is bullshit. Reed's a child dressed in Emperor's clothes. He's a forger, a thief, a clumsy, entitled, ambitious pretender. You can't have science and magic at the same time. That's my thing, you stretchy dick." Dr. Doom ultimately finds his opening, though, once he realizes that Reed is absolutely utilizing the same spells he used against Dormammu against him now, spells that he invented, and as such has a deeper, more fundamental knowledge of. Once Victor manages to turn the tide of battle, he doesn't just want to hurt Reed, he wants to absolutely punish and humiliate him like never before by sending him into a fractal nightmare dimension wherein every cell in his body is stretched further and further, until for a brief moment he kinda ends up not existing anymore before the two lifelong foes end up tumbling back into the prime material plane. And as this issue comes to a close, Doom pulls off another energy attack, vowing to Reed that he will not die. The implication being that whatever he has planned for Mr. Fantastic is something much, much worse. And so that was One World Under Doom issue number 7, everybody. Another strong installment in what is easily one of the strongest summer events I've read in a long time. And yes, I know summer is officially over now, but hey, my passion for this series continues to burn bright with its wonderful mix of superhero action, deeply topical socio-political themes, and also just being a really strong, really compelling Dr. Doom Fantastic Four story from Ryan North, a guy who might be writing an all-timer run. Hell, I know this book is good just by the way people talk about it and debate it. This is a story all about the dangers of a strongman dictator who can sometimes be very charismatic to the point that some readers seem to actually be on the side of the colorful, sometimes charismatic, but also still very deeply evil villain at the heart of it all. If anything, this series might be one of the best modern love letters to Dr. Doom as a comic book bad guy. Even when he's doing monstrous things, he is just so fascinating and entertaining to watch. He even forces the heroes to get outside their comfort zones, break bread with former enemies, and push themselves harder than they ever have before. It's all just really good comic books from top to bottom. Overall, I would give this one another strong 8.5 out of 10. I can't believe there's actually 3 issues left as well. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.